Okay, so I debated on whether or not to do the garden walkthrough today or tomorrow, but tomorrow we're supposed to have thunderstorms, so I figured I may not get a chance. So we'll just go ahead and do it today. I hope everybody had a good week. Things are great here on Giving It a Go. We have start this off by telling you we have harvested peas twice. We have about a gallon so far that we're probably going to can tomorrow. I did take video, and it'll be up as soon as I get it edited and ready to go. As you can see by looking down here at the peas, that they're starting to die back. They're starting to get brown. So we probably have 2, maybe 3 more pickings, and that'll be it for the peas. And like I said before, we're going to follow those up with pole beans and okra right behind it. So I guess with that, let's get her started. I trimmed back the tomatoes earlier today, and you can see there are quite a few on there. They're growing really kind of squirrely, but I tried to get rid of all the leaves that were down by the bottom that were touching the ground and could possibly cause damage to the plant if they remained that way. And another good thing to do, to trim back your tomatoes, a reason for trimming back your tomatoes is to allow airflow in through there. That helps prevent any kind of fungus from growing. If it's, how it is, how you feel if you're sweaty and hot and you're just sitting there, yeah, like crap's growing on you. Amen. So anyway, I trimmed them back, and you can definitely see there's quite a few tomatoes on the vines out here, which we are very excited about. That is a good thing. I still can't get over how thick these stalks are. If you can see where I'm pointing my finger here, I mean, it's big as my finger. They're huge. So the beans down here are starting to bloom. They'll be setting beans here pretty shortly, and we'll be picking some green beans and canning them. Speaking of canning, we're going to can our peas tomorrow during the rain after we pick them, hopefully. And if so, we'll video that and show you how we do it. Not very tricky. None of the stuff I do is very tricky. It's mainly common sense, of which I don't even have much of that. But okay, down here in the butternut squash, you can see we've had pollination on several of them. They're starting to come in. I tied them back up again today. They've reached the top of the trellis, some of them, but they're setting a good bit of fruit. There's one here. There's one down here. There's another one here, another one here. So they're doing well. Hopefully we'll have a really good, oh, there's a big one on the other side too. I don't know, I'll walk over there where you can see it. Right here. So, yeah. We store these. They'll store over the winter. I can show you the closet that we store them in from last year, and they're still kicking. So, and these are doing well too. I tied them up. They don't get as much sun as this box over here, so they're a little bit behind, but they're starting to set fruit and flower too. There's our field peas off in the distance. It looks like they're starting to bloom. That means we're not too long from having peas on there. Okay, the cherry tomatoes. I tied them up again today too. I don't cut them back because they're indeterminate, and it doesn't take a lot of energy to produce a cherry tomato, so you really don't have to worry about your suckers. What you have to worry about is it will grow everywhere, and it has. So, but you can see we've got some real nice tomatoes on the vine. The closer you get, you can see them pretty much all over the place, which is great. We can't wait. It has been so long since we've had garden ripe tomatoes. Look at that bunch down there. Would you believe that? Was there 20 of them? So our beans over here alongside the peas, they're blooming too. Like I say, we'll be having beans on the vine here pretty soon too. More tomatoes. They're just everywhere on here. We're so blessed this year. This year has been so good for us so far in the garden. Over here we have our cucumbers, and you can see they're starting to climb the trellis. They're also starting to set flowers. So it won't be long and we'll start having us some cucumbers too. My beets. I'm just letting them grow. I can't wait to pick them and see what I get. See what an idiot I was for planting 10,000 of them in the same pot, or in the same box. But we'll see. The onions over here, I have stopped watering because the rule of thumb down here is don't let the June rain hit the onions. So we're not going to let the June rain or the water hit the onions. The ground's starting to crack a little bit, and you can see there's quite a few. They're looking pretty good. None of them have started to fall over yet. And the rule there is once they fall over, they're ready to harvest. So we're waiting on that. The potatoes are still doing good. I'm surprised to see blooms out here. Hopefully those are potatoes, not weeds. It's hard to tell with so much foliage. I always say foliage out there. Okay, here's our zucchini and our crookneck squash. They're doing good. I keep looking at this one here and saying, okay, I've got, what's it called? Something mildew on there. Chalky mildew or something mildew. But the plant's healthy. I mean, it's doing good. It doesn't have any signs of falling back. It's very green, so powdery mildew. There you go, Ron. Way to come up with it. But I'm not seeing anything bad on it. So the big stalk is what we're going to send up the trellis as soon as it starts to form. That'll happen probably as soon as we get some fruit set on it. If you look right there, we've got our first flower trying to open on that back one down there. So yeah, it's coming along. Here's the back side. There's a little Mr. Bumblebee down there doing his job. There he is. These are the okra that I planted. Not very many. Not all of them came up. They were from my own seeds last year. So that's a note to self when I plant the other ones, that maybe they won't all take off. These are our orange and yellow bell peppers, and looky there, there's a bell pepper on the vine. And I brought a bowl with me today because if I squat down here, give you a view up here, look at all of the jalapeños that are on the vine. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them back, and hopefully they'll set more. I've tried them. When I cut my jalapeños, I just cut them right at the stem. I don't know if I'm showing you this. There. So just get it right there at the stem. Cut them off. Put them in the bowl. This one has a couple of them that are good. This one here, maybe this one here. This one over here has quite a few that are good. Man, these are the kind I like because I stuff these with just about everything. My favorite is a dove breast and some cream cheese wrapped in bacon. Okay, I'll come over here, step over my wires, and we've got some more right here. Those are pretty nice size. Forgive my hands, I've been working out here this morning. Also had to make two of my piglets non-gender specific. Didn't figure anybody cared to see that, so I didn't record it. But if you like that kind of stuff, And by that kind of stuff, I mean how to do that kind of operation. I'm not real fond of it my own self, being a male. But it's something you have to do, or you end up with so many boars that they'll spoil the pudding. Okay. Anyway, that's about it for the garden tour today. I got a fine bowl of jalapenos. There you go. I don't know where the heck the lens is on this thing when I wear it on my chest. And I know, more beans. There looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of about 15 came up, which is good. All right, so look for a pea harvesting video and a pea canning video. Hopefully I can get them both out this week. That would be good. Thank you guys for following and for watching. It means a lot to me. I've done several things in my life. Most of them wrong. But I've learned how to do some of them right. And I would appreciate passing that on to you. This stuff isn't hard. One day I'll sit down and I'll explain to you giving it a go. But really, that's all you got to do is give it a go. It's just starting. Once you start, man, it's a good feeling. Growing your own food, raising your own meat. It's just good. And I wish that on everybody who desires to do that. So until next week's garden tour, you guys take her easy, and remember, give it a go.